I feel awkward filming. I don't know why. It's like I haven't been filming for years, but it's not the case. So I don't know what's going on, but I have a video to film. Hello walls, what's up? I hope you're good. So today we're here for a very late video, my June and July wrap up. I know, it's been a while. I was supposed to upload it way earlier in the month or whatever, but things happened, so we're doing it now, and that's fine. That's fine. I still have read them. I just haven't talked about them on here, unless I filmed a few vlogs or whatever. I don't know. I almost actually decided not to film any wrap up for June and July, or maybe do like a not August, but like summer wrap up or whatever. But I don't think I remember much about the books I have read. So I was like, ooh, it's now or never. So we're gonna try to do that. Please let me know if you remember any of the books you have read in like June and July, and comment them down below, just to test our memory. But also, I feel like, from what I remember, I read quite many books. I've read a lot, I believe. So we are probably gonna do the 30 seconds challenge kind of thing, you know, 30 seconds to talk about each book, so the video is not like overly long. Hopefully, I think that's gonna be a good idea. I've never done that, so I don't know how it's gonna look like, but we're gonna try that. And also, don't mind the weather. It's pitch black outside, then very sunny, then pitch black, then very sunny. There is nothing I can do. Okay, so let's check the Copile system, because you know I enter everything on Copile. I'm late for August, but that's okay. So in June I have read, oh, I thought it was less than that, 9 books. And in July, 18 books. So, but please wait. 9 books in June, 18 books in July. But in June I have read 4,338 pages. And in July, with those like 18 books, I've read 3,900 pages. So you can see now that it's not just the number of books that you have to look at, it's the number of pages. Because someone who reads 3 books a month, but the books are 700 pages or 800 pages, compared to someone who reads 18 books but 18 mangas or whatever, it's not the same. It doesn't mean that one is better, one is less good or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. Everyone reads different things, everyone has a different pacing or whatever. Just saying that if you want to compare yourself to others, compare with the data that matters, and not just a random number like number of books. Compare actual useful data. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's rambling for nothing. Let's move on. I did not DNF any books. I've listened to 121 hours of audiobook in June and 58 in July. All the books were in English, I believe. Data section done. Now we're going to talk about the books. I'm going to do the 30 seconds thingies per book to make sure we're not here for an hour. And yeah, let's go. First book I've read is this one, and it is a sci-fi that we have read with the Howling Pact. Absolutely amazing. I thought it would be more of a 4 stars for me, but then entering it through Copile, it was 5 stars. You have amazing point of views. You have 2 point of views, and there is one that usually I would hate. I cannot say it, but Portia, and I actually adored it, and I was rooting for them. Basically, it's like a humans trying to go to another planet, you know, to try things and to survive and whatever, but apparently the planet is not empty. There is someone living there, and there is an experiment that goes wrong kind of thing, because it was supposed to target something, but it's going to target something else. Shoo! It's already 38 seconds! How's that even possible? What? Am I talking way too much? Do I play the game or not? Yes, I'm gonna play the game. I said I would. Okay, it was very good. What am I supposed to do? Time of content, 3 stars. I don't know what's wrong with me with The Witcher. I'm not vibing with it. I'm not vibing. There is something bothering me, but it's still 3 stars, but I just don't care. That's the thing. I just don't care. There are good moments, but then very boring moments. I don't care. I want to continue with the series, obviously, because The Witcher alone, that's happening only on Discord. But there is something that's really bothering me, and I don't know why. Because it's usually everything I love. but I will keep giving it a try. 29 seconds. That was better, but I had nothing to say about it. So it's not very impressive. A Sophia Anderson book, so it was obviously a 5 stars. It was beautiful. It was like everything you would want and expect from a book that she has written, especially after reading like other books like The House with the Chicken Legs, The Castle of Tangled Magic, etc, etc. You know, The Girl Who Speaks Bear, blah blah blah. So it's absolutely amazing as the others. I listened to the audiobook. It was pretty good. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's start. The next one is The Keeper of the Lost Cities. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I feel like I'm more and more involved in everything that's happening and I care more and more about all the characters, which makes sense because I've read quite some books, quite many books now, quite a lot of books already or whatever, and we are continuing the series, so I'm really much enjoying them. 19, but I cannot say more because it's like but maybe I should stop talking between it because the goal is to make the video shorter. Talking about 2 books, so I have a 1 minute, right? But both are 5 stars because I enjoy them so very much. I mean, it was a reread for me because I read them in French a long time ago. I'm a fan of anything dinosaurs, but I love Jurassic Park, Jurassic movies. I have a soft spot for Jurassic Park movies. I find them better, or maybe it's the nostalgia talking regarding Jurassic World, but they're all super good. And also Camp Cretaceous for kids, whatever your age, you can watch it. But I enjoyed everything about it, and it's how it started. I believe the first book came out in 1990, which is my birth year, so it's even more special. But I love dinosaurs, so obviously I enjoyed rereading these. Oh yes, Dragon Thief. I was actually looking for an audiobook, so I found that one by the same author, but I was not impressed. It has not very much anything to do with dinosaurs, but it's more about paleontologists and science and universities being in competitions with each other, because the more you discover things, the more you're gonna have fun to do more research or whatever. So it was about that kind of rivalry, if that makes any sense, but not about the dinosaurs specifically. I enjoyed it, but just 3 stars because I wasn't that involved in it. Then we have Aura's End, the last one in that trilogy. Don't ask me anything. I think I gave it 3 stars because I don't remember a thing that I have read in that book. I don't know why. Like, I love the first book. I did not enjoy the second one that much, and I feel like the third one was just like going down, even though everything that happened made sense and was kind of tensed and I was scared or whatever, but I cannot remember for the sake of me what happened. So 3 stars, 2.5. And then apparently I read the next one in The Keeper of Lost Cities, so Nightfall. I don't remember reading both at the same time, so the same month or whatever, but I gave it 4 stars for the same reason. I'm getting more and more involved in everything, and I'm looking forward to the next one, which I should actually be reading right now. Let's move on to July. Then we have this one for the Howling Pack as well. It's one of my favorite authors, and I was quite surprised reading that one. It was quite different from what she usually writes, but see, with that like a little bit of spooky vibes, and you keep wondering what's happening and you have theories or whatever. My theory was not wrong, so there was something going on and I was like, ooh, that's a little bit sus or whatever. But I did enjoy it. Basically, it's all about a city that's supposed to not exist and people who are not supposed to be there, but everyone knows they're there. But there's still something very creepy, like almost cult-ish, and I'm at 38 seconds, so I have to stop. But check on Goodreads, it's really good. 4 stars for this one. It was so different from everything I have read recently. There is a live show and we talk about it for an hour, so please check it out. But it's spoilery, but the beginning is not spoilery, I guess. But it's really different. You have like the fact that all the characters are not human, or pretty much none of them are, was already something quite interesting, and there are so many things happening and you have so many questions. And here, priestess, assassin, traitor is very important in the story, and yeah, give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, and it's about like the path of different people gathering everything they need in order to achieve something. Basically, you have a main character who is like a princess, but she is kind of letting that title down or whatever, and she wants to join like the church or whatever, but one of her sisters got killed, and then her other sister is in danger because of the prince they had to marry because of the mother, and to actually help the kingdom survive. And it's so good. I really enjoyed it. That was speedy. 3 books by the same author, Nikita Gill. 2 are like more poems, and this one is also poems, so short stories, etc. But it's like one story, if that makes any sense. Even though here, this one is really beautiful, but trigger warning, it's about COVID and how we suffered from it, psychologically, emotionally, and everything. It's beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. So many quotes that I want tattooed on my body. I don't really need to talk much about this one, but I gave it 4 stars. I'm still very much intrigued with everything. I want to read the short stories and the next one. I feel like it was a bit, not slower, but it felt a bit slower emotionally compared to the first one, which doesn't make any sense. But I enjoyed it. Sci-fi, easy sci-fi if you're a newbie sci-fi. The Infinity Guardians, which I categorize as a guilty pleasure because it's not perfect or whatever, but I enjoyed it. I did not have a time to breathe. I just started and finished it. It's a sequel to the Infinity Files. Easy sci-fi about like a secret, like almost like secret library somewhere in space, gathering all the information regarding all the species and planets and everything, and you have one person who has to handle everything and make sure everyone stays safe. Another 4 star, I mean, it has wolf in the title, but it reminded me a little bit of Malice because there is a boy who loses everyone and he has to go on that kind of an adventure, and he has a wolf as a companion, and that's pretty much the beginning of everything because his dad dies and tells him something and he has to follow that, and he goes on adventure, he meets people, he's trying to understand who he really is, why his dad never lived with the village and his people, etc, etc. I really enjoyed it. Very short, I really enjoyed it. This one is about also climate change and the last whale being found. I mean, someone is trying to look for the last whale because the whales are actually the only species that could save humans from their own destruction with climate change or whatever. And you have different timelines, not different timelines, but you have like one point of view and then many years later and then again many years later, which was a bit confusing. I still enjoyed it, 3 stars, but it's not really what I expected, and I felt and then not felt anything. So, but I would recommend it. Another by Melinda Salisbury, she wrote A Seed of Sorrow, which I really enjoyed, and this one is kind of retelling, reimagining of Hades and Persephone, and I really enjoyed it because it was a bit dark. I was disappointed quite with the ending because I expected something different, but I still very much enjoyed it. It was very interesting. Basically, people on an island who are very close to the Greek mythology and Greek gods or whatever in some way. They keep forgetting about it, but they still have some habits and culture and blah blah blah. And there is one who sees something that she was not supposed to see, and that's the beginning of everything. I really enjoyed it. Another one I'm not going to talk much about because it is the last book in the Lord of the Rings series, beautiful edition. I gave it 5 stars because I absolutely adored rereading it. I felt so much. I found that it was really well done, and in my heart, in my mind and everything, I still believe this is one of the best book to movie adaptations. And the last 6 books are actually 6 graphic novels, comics, and it's about a guy who was kind of summoned to the earth, and he comes with a moon as a face. He doesn't talk, he cannot communicate or whatever in that way, and he's some kind of detective. So it's very laughable. You're gonna laugh all the time. It's very funny, and you have to pay attention to the illustrations because there is a lot of funny things happening in the illustrations that you might not see if you just focus on the text. I really enjoyed it. 6 very short comics that I bought at YALC, and no regrets. And that's it, Wolves! I talked about all the books I have read in June and July. Oh my gosh, that challenge was not the easiest because I am sure I did not say everything I wanted to say, but I said what I said. So there is nothing I can do now and say more. If you have any questions, that's the opportunity actually for you to ask any questions down below because I didn't write any review on Goodreads or anywhere else. But if you don't want to have more information regarding these books, I have a specific vlog regarding these books because I bought them at YALC and read them all the week after YALC or something like that. So if you have, any interest in knowing more about my thoughts, you can watch the vlog. I will link it down below. But yeah, that's it. Let me know if you like that kind of 30 seconds challenge because I feel like I'm missing so many informations, but please ask them down below so I can maybe answer them and help you decide if you should or should not pick up those books according to your taste or what you prefer and whatever. But I feel like it was quite fun, and it's like a nice way to challenge myself to actually use less words to mean more things, if that makes any sense. But yeah, Wolves, let me know what you have read recently, what you're doing now in August. I mean, it's pretty much the end of August, so let me know how you're doing with your TBR. And yeah, Wolves, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section as usual, and I'll do it next time. Take care, wolves.